Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, not too much price action since my last update, but obviously before the last update we had quite a lot of price action and we lost the orange support level here. I will leave it on the chart for now just that we can, remind ourselves where that support was. And I think we are now on our way here into this green support area. This is of course not guaranteed, but I think currently it looks like it. Also here there are a couple of options how the move to the downside could unfold. I have now counted this as a 5-wave move down. Obviously not finished yet, but based on the idea that wave 3, this green wave 3 finished here on the 18th of January. That was the original assumption, remember. We moved down. However, it was a really shallow retracement and very impulsive. Normally only an A wave is doing this. Then we moved up, however, stronger than anticipated, and it unlocked the upside potential. However, I mentioned to you, if we don't get another high, then this could just be an overshooting B wave in this fourth wave. And that seems like this is the case, yeah? It seems like this is the case, where we've only moved up in an overshooting B wave, and we are now coming down in a C wave of wave 4. How can that be labeled? We can label it in a way that we say we came down here in a wave 1, 2. This was basically a leading diagonal in a wave 1, then a wave 2. We're now in a third wave. We're now moving up in a fourth, which makes sense given the price action. Yeah, it's sort of a bit choppy and doesn't really get off the ground here. I think we moved up already to 1557 or something. This would be, depending on from where I measure, already. Yeah, okay. This was basically, again, depending on from where I measure. If we say maybe wave 3. Oh yeah, okay. So we probably now finished this third wave. I think in the last video we were up here around. Can't remember. I think we were just consolidating in the last video, and I mentioned to you I don't think this third wave is finished yet, and that we should stay below a certain level for continuation, and that level was 1580, I believe. But now it looks like we've got 5 waves in this third wave complete, and it looks to me that we are working on this fourth wave, which could go all the way up again to 1579, 1580 in the 50% retracement. This might have been an A wave, this here a B wave, and we might now move up in a C wave. 1580, and we should then still come down in a fifth wave to the downside at least. That is sort of what I see. Obviously, if we now break above 1580, especially impulsively, it would suggest a low is already in at 1520, but currently I don't see that. There is also another way to count it. Also in that additional way, we could say the low isn't in yet, and that would be if we, which is, I could make it work, that we put this third wave up here, okay? And then we say this is a rather complex correction to the downside, a so-called WXY. That's the other way of measuring it. That's possible because this move was very choppy, a lot of price action, which was corrective. So here then I would say we had a W wave here, ABC in wave W. The X wave was an Elliott wave triangle and peaked here at 1632. And we're now moving down in a so-called Y wave. And we're doing an A, which should be complete now. This is basically where we've got the wave 3. Now we're doing a B wave. Also that shouldn't really go higher than 1580, but it could go a bit higher. Still though, downside pressure remains, and then a C wave down, which would also take us into that box down here, into the green support box, which ranges from 1371 to 1501. That's sort of where we are, and in all likelihood that next wave should go below the beginning of the fourth wave. Yeah, but it's just another way of counting it. It's not my primary expectation. Just want to show that to you as well. And then I showed you in the last video the option that we could already have bottomed here, obviously, and that we moved up in a wave 1, came down in 2. Here, however, I mentioned to you it should reverse imminently, which it didn't, because we broke also here below the 78.6 fib. So that was the idea. It could be potentially a 1-2 setup, but yeah, again, the break below the 78.6 fib level challenges that further. It's only the alternative wave pattern anyway, so my primary expectation remains further downside. Always remember, of course, I can't rule out that we will go higher from here. So again, if anybody doesn't have any spot position open, for example, which I would try to have if I was in the crypto market and didn't have anything open or not even anything on the ledger, then I would use that opportunity. But in all likelihood, the key support area is down here. Bear in mind, it could be that we only just touch the support again here around 1500. That is this yellow descending trend line. And it's the trend line from that larger channel. We also didn't break it last time. This larger channel here. So we moved above it. Maybe we're just coming down to retest at the moment for further continuation to the upside. But yeah, interesting one. So we'll keep that in focus for you here. As you can see here on the 4-hour chart, this looks pretty much like further continuation coming. Those wicks often do get filled, like this one got filled as well. Now this didn't break it, but it came down very, very close again. And it currently is just moving sideways. So it looks like classical bear flag or typical wave 4. Okay, so I'm gonna watch that further, keep you updated. And also in hindsight, you can see how relevant that 1590 support level was that I gave you, plus this ascending trend line, because a break of this, it often happens that such moves can accelerate. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.